Hey everybody, this is Roy Wooten. I'm a musician and I'm here on week 2, mission 3 of a 30-day challenge that ClickFunnels is issuing to get us up to speed. So where I am right now is today on this mission 3, this very special box has come, but I am finishing my backstory. So I'm just keeping it real, letting you know where I'm at. My backstory that helps to get you interested in what's going on. And when they asked this assignment, it reminded me of a time when I was young. I was a young kid in school. And when I grew up, there was a lot of racism, growing up in a military family, moving around a lot. And me and my brothers were all musicians, but we were continuously always the new black kids in mostly white schools. My mom said I was always a curious child, and being curious, I always asked questions. But growing up, I was surrounded by a lot of racism that dictated with no uncertainty that I was a minority with no real place in their history, society, or even the afterlife of some of their religions. As a young child, I distinctly remember a teacher, she was answering one of my school questions I was asking. I was very sincere. I remember I was young. And she said, "You don't have a history. Your history is slavery." And I remember that really just hit me. It's like, what propelled her to say that to me? Why would any teacher say that to any kid for any reason, So the takeaway for me here is like, how many times does society try to drown out your imagination and inspiration? And I think this has been a symbolic motivation for me all my life. And so I appreciate this 30-day journey for pulling this out of us. So what do you want to accomplish? I'm a musician, but I want to become accomplished in a proven system in the internet where business thrives and empowers the artists. The days of artists getting ripped off by business, time, and poverty must be challenged by a new status quo. There's a book, Move Fast and Break Things, which is a quote by Mark Zuckerberg. And in that book, it talks about how these new technologies and platforms are evolving, like with iTunes and different things like that. But as they go, the creative content creators are getting dropped out. Songwriters are not getting paid that much with Spotify and this kind of thing. So these new business opportunities is what I'm really getting excited about. So, there's a new status quo emerging with all of these new tools that we're getting ready to get into. So all civilizations rely on the arts. And I think what I like about Russell Brunson is that he's so excited about entrepreneurs being able to change the world. And there's a quote that sticks in my mind by Jimi Hendrix that says, if anything's going to change, some kind of way that music soundtrack is what's going to be moving it. It's going to take music to make it happen. So I just know that all civilizations rely on the arts. I'm an artist, right? All civilizations are represented by their art. And in order for society to move forward, a new system of business and artist entrepreneurs needs to reset the status quo. And this is the journey I believe that we're on here, resetting the status quo. So I'm a musician, and as I continue to grow, my musical ideas just continue to grow bigger. I play with the band Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. A lot of people might know this group. And, it's a lot of innovative ideas. But, as I continue to grow, the ideas get bigger. And the external struggle is always that the money is limited, and this slows progress when you're working with a large group of people. You think large orchestral ensembles and film projects, this kind of thing, right? It's limited money that slows, any kind of sustained progress. There's always starts, and stops. The internal struggle, I believe, is the starving artist mentality. A starving person has to beg for food, right? The starving artist mentality that has to beg for food and funding in order to survive and to accomplish anything big, okay? So we're trying to overcome this with a new way. So the limitation of a starving artist mentality has always caused a mandatory big wall, that stops progress and consistency. The epiphany We talk about in our story, what is your epiphany? I believe that a new future of the music industry, the music industry is being disrupted. And I believe that a new future, the music industry will be the arts combined with next level entrepreneurship, you know, and self-funding principles that Russell talks about. Artists moving from being just employees to empowered business owners, investors, and producers of their own passion projects. And when I say next level entrepreneurship, you know, I think about next level, you think about like the Michael Jordans, the Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, taking it to the next level kind of thing. And I just believe that that's what's happening with these entrepreneurship principles. So the plan, there's a saying that a mind stretched never returns to its original size. And I believe that, like with what Russell is doing by, you know, creating these kind of things, he's a mentor figure, right? And the mentor figure is stretching minds and expanding financing to new possibilities, right? A mind stretched never returns to its original size, right? So here's the mentor figure, like a Merlin, a wizard, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Russell Brunson, teaching a new next level entrepreneurs to stretch their minds and expand their financing concepts to new possibilities. Conflict. Well, starting this challenge, when I started, you know, just the other day, first of all, I started late because of touring. I'm on the road. I couldn't get started, right? But just the other day, I think this is very symbolic. I just had a car crash, right? A car accident. And I was just driving, and all of a sudden, I guess my car mechanic said I was hydroplaning. Basically, when I turned, the car wouldn't turn, and I was not going very fast. I had just made a right turn. But for me, it seemed like it was symbolic because it was it was mission one day. Like, we're starting on this mission, and I'm just trying to get started, and I have to deal with car accident stuff. Nobody got hurt, so it's cool. So I'm taking it as symbolism, but it seems to me that it was a symbolism of a mandatory new vehicle and a mandatory change on my part. Old bridges have been burnt down, and epiphany bridges the way forward. You know, that's to me what I was taking away from it. Achievement. I'm a musician. I have 5 Grammy Awards and many music achievements in the old music industry. But I want to master the principles that will create a new music industry. Our industry is being disrupted, and I believe these internet marketing principles is the key that we need to reset the status quo. So, transformation. The transformation will be televised over the next every day. Like Russell says, if you do this every day, this transformation is not an endpoint. It will be televised every day. So stay tuned daily. And here we are now. That's my preface to getting this, what we just got here. These are the tools. It starts with a beautiful inspirational quote. These are the tools. It's like you see a superhero and they got their tools to accomplish what they need. This is beautiful packaging. You know, in entrepreneurship, there's style. It makes you feel good that you even open the box. There's something very special here. And I guess if you stay tuned over the next 365 days of this journey, you know, we'll be getting insights of what's going on. You know, I love the way they talk about 2-comma coaching, because when you think about 2 commas, it talks about millions of dollars in a way that you don't think millions. It's just 2 commas, but it's like, wow. You know, and just the other day, here's a great book, you know, with the challenges that we're going through. And it's just empowering us, challenging and empowering us with these tools to master what it is that they've set us out to accomplish. So I just want to thank ClickFunnels, Russell, Coach Steven. Wow. You know, I have to say, you know, you're a taskmaster. And I just want to say thanks. So this is the box. These are the tools. Stay tuned, because this transformation will be televised every day. Roy Wooten out.